Hello everyone, welcome back today to another round of editing on the Waze map editor in India. Once again, today we'll be walking through some parts that new editors can do. Mostly when people start editing, they are locked from doing most of the highway and other work. It would be better, and I will explain through this video on what parts that they can actually do and help out on the map as they build up their skills of editing, and obviously the first and the biggest priority of keeping the map safe. So I was just editing through Tamil Nadu and I found this highway. And while you're editing, as you can see, I've discussed before in my previous videos that 19 and 20 is generally my favorite zoom level. So my recommendation to you would be you should first zoom out to about 17. This way, you can see certain areas where paths have not been mapped yet, or certain areas where roads may be missing. There. So we'll try and cover up about this factory to this factory area today here. This is where we started. So this gives you a better overview. Once again, I'm on level 17. I can zoom out even more, or I can zoom in a little bit. But when you edit, as mentioned before, always start with 19 or 20. That's a good safe method. Another nice thing recently was the street view was allowed in parts of the country. So what you need to do for that is take the drag onto map for street view man. It's red right now, so there is no street view. And now see, it turns blue. So it's red. That means there's no street view here. When it turns blue, there is a street view. And that means we can map this street. And I can clearly see that this road doesn't exist right now. So a few things you can do. If I click on this map, on this segment, I can see that it's locked to level 3. It has a speed limit already, and it's SH163 through Tamil Nadu. All right. So what we can do here is you will obviously be in touch with someone from your state or with the mentors of the country. So I'm now on level 20. What I would suggest is you create your roads. Always keep in mind where you start is going to be A and where you finish is going to be part B. So I would like to go to the end. So here you see this road needs to be connected properly, and there's an unpaved. So, and here, interesting, some roads have been stretched. So I'm on a Windows system right now. So if you check, I'll give you a shortcut key. It's Shift R. As I press Shift R, the roads vanish. This allows me to see the satellite view. The roads are still there. They're just not on display. So what's happened is someone's created roads, or it's been imported. It's sitting on the map, but actually there's no road. And we all know that that's very dangerous. So I press Shift R again and the roads reappear. I should take, once again, I'm pressing Shift and Control and making a box with my mouse. This selects all the roads. I can now go ahead and make a permalink copy or the PL copy, and I should send this to my state manager or my mentor to delete these. Remember again, for level 1, we highly discourage and ask you not to delete anything because of different rules that you're not familiar with right now. So let's get back to start editing for now. We did see that there was street view here. So yes, there is. So this road is clearly going into an unpaved direction and it's here. I will check the lock for this level. This is lock 1. I'm a new editor, let's say. I'm at L1, so I can edit this. My recommendation, because I am not deleting this segment, is to press Shift Control or Command Shift, and I can now move these 3 roads together. I hope you can see that. So I'll move it to this point. And the other point I'll move along here. And I will click Save. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to be sure of my start point. Back to the layers, make sure the GPS points are on all the time. Along with the place names, this is just my preferred system. Always have GPS points and live users on. So in case there are 2 editors in the same area, you'll start getting saving errors. Now, Let's start editing. And for that, we go down to 21. We select roads and we pick a new road at this point. And now for a straight road, don't click because it creates an unnecessary node. Go as far as you can. Now I'm seeing a turn here. Can you notice that? So I'll put 1 point here. Can you see that? And then I keep on going to the next point. I am trying to have as little number of nodes as possible, and I've reached the road. All right. So what I'll do here is I will double click it here. I know my city at the top right, but I will not use this for now. If it's auto-populating, that's fine. And I will click apply. And then I will click save. Go back to the previous part. We were here. Make sure to check that all turns are allowed. That's coming up on the left side. Also, all the turns are green. Now, one thing I can do and I must do is because of the street view, I am very clear that this is an unpaved road on both the sides. I should select this and then select the unpaved under it and click save. Even though you will share this to the team and other people will look after this, especially L3 and above, they can take care of this and what to do with these kind of segments. But at your end, you should at least make it unpaved. You can't delete, but make it unpaved because now anyone who's not in 4x4 mode on their Waze app will not get directions through this road. Moving back, let's come back to the highway. Now this looks like a big enough place. So let's put street view here and check what's this place. See your direction from here. So I don't necessarily see a clear board here. There is a board, but I can't make out what this is. So we will skip this one. Go to the next one. Again, drag street view. I could have gone the other way, but just prefer to drag it to the new spot. Look around here. There's no board. There's no visible location for this one. So we'll continue and back to the highway. Now, this is obviously a train of houses. We don't need to map that right now. This is another train of houses, and this is a train track. Train tracks should be at Indian Railways as the name. That's correct, and they should be locked to level 4. If they are not, please select their PL and send it to your state manager or to your mentor. How are these two crossing? Just for your something to learn. Indian Railways, if you look at the elevation, it's at the ground level. And if you go into SH, it is at elevation 1. That means these two are in 3D, not crossing each other. I will need to send this to my mentor or my state manager for me to connect. But as I move here, something interesting happens. Can you notice this shape with a little shadow on the side? I'm pretty sure this is a petrol pump. So let's verify that. Yes, it is. And it's Indian Oil. So I'll teach you how to do petrol pumps because they are important. Going forward, most of them are getting the EV charging. So these places are always needed by Wazers who are driving around in their cars. So that I've verified that this is Indian Oil, we will create an entire petrol pump. Here's your boundary. That is clear to me. I have saved this. I know that the street name here is SH163. That's the location. So let's start from the top. I will leave the city only if it's populated on its own. If not, we will go ahead and select none. Avoid changing these till you're L2 or L3. So this was automatically at Chettipalayam. We leave it there. Street we know is SH163. Since it's SH163, we can see the road over here. We will click apply. The address is saved now. Name is always the same. We select Indian Oil. And for alternate name, we pick IOC. Click apply. It's a gas station. We need an entry point. The entry point will always be at the place where you generally enter the shaded area. This suggestion was given to us by one of our editors, Dark Knight, and it's been very helpful for us. We used to earlier put it in here, but then there's no GPS lock, so we want the announcement by Waze that you've arrived for your stop at the petrol pump just at the boundary of the shaded area. We always lock it at 2. If you can't, leave it at 1. And then you need to select the brand. We know that this one was Indian Oil. Once you're done with this, the entire information for this is clear. You will now click Save. If you belong to this area, this is your local pump. You can then add more stuff. Like if you know that this pump takes credit cards or not, especially if they allow customer parking, do they have restrooms or not? And if they're clean. So you can leave all of those things here, and some of them might give you a Wi-Fi or might have another restaurant, but we'll come to that later. So you can add these along with opening hours, whether it's open all the time, then you'll go all day and add. I am not doing anything because I don't know about this particular petrol pump. So then we leave it empty, leave it blank if you don't know. We don't want to populate things that are wrong. So going with that, we don't have an opening hour and time. Only for your local areas, you can check all of these. Now, you have the petrol pump ready. Click Save. For the roads, because this one is locked to a higher level, I will create the road going in, across. There's a simple system that the same road cannot loop back onto the road itself. That's why I am making 2 roads here. It would be very natural for a car to come this side, take a left, fill up fuel, and go this way. For a car heading in the opposite direction, to avoid conflict and accidents, you would want it to turn in the same way. So we take the same side traffic. Again, shift control, select both the segments. Select direction A to B. Can you see the arrows appear? Now, something important. You need to change it to a parking lot road. This is very important for routing in case this area gets a traffic jam. If not, it's okay. It'll always take you straight. For no address, we'll select none. We don't name roads inside a particular petrol pump. And once we're done with this, it's already showing me as a report. We will lock it to 2 and speed limit is 20 inside because this will pop up as a safety mechanism for a Wazer who's taking a turn inside. You don't want to be speeding inside a petrol pump. In this case, I'm getting an error because these 2 are not connected. You will not be able to connect as a level 1 or 2 editor. You again need to select this, or you need to select this place, take this PL and send it to your state manager or your mentor to connect. Now, once this is done, we'll start browsing again. I am not sure what this location is, so let's try to verify. Again, there's no board. Could be someone's house. We don't want to map anything that's a private property and not a public place. I am not sure what this is as well. This does have a location. I don't know if this is a restaurant, and it's not right next to the road. So we'll skip this one. Let's zoom out a little bit and move. This looks like a factory. Let's see if this has a label. Yes, it does. Okay, clear enough. This one is Hydac. Now, I'm not really sure what Hydac is. What I will do here is go into professional and public. And from there, select the area. I can see that the boundary wall sits here. And I will go along the boundary. That looks like the end of this place. And I will just label it as Hydac. I will give it a street name so people searching can find the location. SH163 is appearing now. And once again, on Street View, I'm going to try and check what this place actually is. It's surely a factory, but I don't know if it's also an office. So that's all information I can't read. So in that case, because of what I can see from outside here, I am going to call it a factory industrial property. And once I'm done to that, I will leave it as it is and click save. Why do we need this? This is a good landmark for someone driving along here. This place is large enough for you to notice. And a lot of times before turns, etc., and directions, it's nice to have large prominent areas marked as landmarks. So I hope you noticed how we didn't mark some of the small houses and small places, but larger factories can be used. And obviously Wazers could be heading here as well. Let's find this place as well. There's no clear entrance here. Entrance seems to be on this side. So you need to browse a little bit through. Now see, 2 points appeared because there's a turn here and the Street View van or vehicle has obviously gone in here. So it's allowing us to go in. You need to be a little bit careful. After you select the first one, you can use your arrow keys on the keyboard as well to move and enter sometimes. So that depends on the kind of system you're on. So this is Lucre, and it's obviously also a factory. I will look for its entry point or its main gate, which is here, but this doesn't look, it looks closed to me. So let's pan out. It's Lucre, I know that. Oh, here's the entrance. So there, much better. Lucre, JV Lucre, USA. This is surely a factory. Let's create another area. Once again, professional and public. I'll go along the boundary. I'm not going along the back. I am pretty sure this is a part of the property, and then close it over here. I will now use my Street View again, just so that I don't get the name or the spelling wrong. I will face this point here. So Lucre is the better name to put. The full name can either go in alternate names. It is factory industrial that it's telling us. And the best thing is it has the entire address here. So I'm going to add the description as Lucre Electric Technologies Private Limited. You can abbreviate Private Limited across India. That's not a problem. Now, once you're done with that, I hope you can see the address is available. So we will put in 54. We will put SH163 because that's our routing at this location. And then the city is correct. So click apply. I would lock it to 2 and then save. Now, something else is important when you do something like this. Can you notice there's a road running parallel to SH163? Is it possible someone drives in, goes to Lucre and parks their car over here, leaves Waze running? It'll confuse Waze where the car actually is. Is it on SH163 or not? So only in such cases, when we have a parallel system, I would go in, again, I'm level 1 or 2, I can't touch this road. So I will make a parking lot road running parallel and then send it to my state manager or my mentor to lock it. But it has to be parking lot road, no street, we don't name them, and label it. Because now if someone, you will get that error because of the disconnection, and you will click save, and there you are. It's ready. Let's continue panning. I have zoomed out to 19. There's another section here that may not be useful, but there is a road here that is not connected. I hope you can notice this is incomplete. This road should be connected on this side. I'm also pretty sure this is a level 1 road, so you should immediately zoom in here. You don't have to do these side streets, but you should surely do a road that is clearly looking like a concrete road. So again, I am just going to move this. I'm editing like you are at L1, L2, that I can't delete roads. And I would then select road, take it here. I'm trying to match the curves and keep it at this. If you notice, I've gone off a little bit. So I select this and I bring it back. I'm trying to align it to how the road actually looks. I will select the first one. It has no name. The city appears. So we take this one, click none, the city appears, click apply. Without that, we get the red border. That's a problem. We don't want on the map. So now this road is connected. I will also try to take it to this side and keep on editing. Now we get some tree cover. So be very particular. Let's see how we do that. This tree is fine. I click another road and I go this side. My trick again from previous times, I do 3 dots or 3 clicks on a curve, 1, 2, 3, and then I straighten it. So I am not branching out anything here, but now there is a problem. Am I sure the road is here or slightly here? I know there's a house in this case, but we're never sure about what's happening. My suggestion in these cases is always edit till the edge of the tree cover and then check for street view. We don't have it. We do. Okay. When you have street view, it becomes much easier. Weird. The street view is not as badly covered as this one is. So we will leave this as it is. I will drag this a little bit forward and bring it to this T-point and leave it there. Now, if you can see, I can easily map this along the blue arrow as it moves, and that will not be wrong. If street view was not available, I would leave this road till where I can clearly see on the satellite image where the road goes. Please don't guess roads in a forested area or with a very thick tree cover. We end up doing that a lot in Kerala. People tell us there are missing roads, and we tell them, sorry, we can't map them till you give us a location or a pave, or you're a local who knows about this. Now, can you see it's starting to get unpaved, this case? So I will stop editing this one because I don't see any GPS traces here. So no one has driven with Waze here. GPS is on. No one has been here so far. So I'll just stop at this point. Select both the roads. This is how you merge 2 roads. If you click that, it'll become one. I am merging it because I'm not making this branch right now for this video. I'll do it later. And back here, I will do a none. Don't forget to click apply. When that is done, we click save. All the roads are ready. I will now go ahead and try to align some of the roads, the last thing. So if you were panning, going through, you can make places that are important or big enough to be seen on the map as a visual reference. You make all roads that are parallel to a running road. So if someone parks on the side, it doesn't affect the speeds and does not report a traffic jam automatically. You always do all types of gas stations. Again, they look like that, always. And as you pan, any important roads missing can be mapped as well. And then you can send this area. So now let's look here. The last part I wanted to show you guys is here. I am on zoom 18. These roads look pretty okay, but there's a big problem. Let's go down to 20. Can you see how much the road is off by? Can you see how much the roads are off by? And that's why I always recommend to zoom in and edit at 20 or more. So how to adjust that? Again, I'm level 1, so let's assume I cannot touch this part. Yeah, it's at 3. So what I will do is I'll start editing this way. I'll take this and bring it to this location. I will bring this here and leave that. You will be in touch with the state manager always, or you will always be in touch with your mentor, and they can help you with just this portion on the top. You yourself can do everything else. So I've moved this turn here. I've also moved it, and this blue line now pretty much matches what I was going to do. I'm not adjusting this one because my state manager will do this. Now that looks much better. And it'll give the turn instructions, turn right, turn left, much better. Can you imagine being here, being told to turn right when there's actually a house? That's why we need to shift this to the right place, so we get the turn directions at the right time. That is entering into the house. I will take this point here. Again, checking, I'm at 20. I don't mind going down to 21. Select this. Again, I'm at Control-Shift, doing a multi-select. Be very, very careful when you do a multi-segment select. My suggestion always is go up to about 7 to 9, just less than 10, and then start to click Save. So here I am able to edit. I have matched these lanes. I don't have this selected, but I'm already at 7. Let's play safe, not have technical issues, click Save. So I have just aligned some of the roads. Now this one looks bad, so I am going to take a long box here. I'm still at zoom 21. I am going to pull this one here. I'm going to pull this one here, this one here, and this one here. I am going to use, I'm not going to create new nodes. New nodes can be created. Can you see that? New nodes can be created from there. But because this is a straight road, I am going to avoid that. I just want to complete this segment as being correct. So now this will give you the correct turn instructions. I have taken the curve with one single dot. I'll do the same thing about here. I'll bring this one over here. Keep an eye on the save. One more, I'm at 9 and click Save. Your selection remains as it is. So I can now go out a little bit, do this selection, finish these 3 roads. I don't really need this node, so I put my 4-sided arrow on top, press D on the keyboard, makes the road straight. Take this 1 point and bring it here. And this is already correct. I did it when I was going north on that road. This one also does not sort of need a curve in the middle. Just a quick visual check. This one needs to be dragged a little bit south. My save is at 4, so let me do 2 more. I will bring this one and this one. Done, click Save. You have just helped improve an entire section of roads to where they actually sit. When you get GPS data, which is not very dense in this case, I hope you can see over the state highway, it's quite dense, but here it's only one single fragment. I would select this. I can't touch the turn, so I'll bring this in. Now, with this appearing node, I hope you can see, I will add the curve. Because at night, you know, these roads are pretty small. You want people to get the right view or visibility. I would also select this one, and I am not adding any new points unless I absolutely need them. We want to reduce these. Now, yellow roads might be a little tricky. Some parts they're locked to 2, some parts they're 1. Most places you should be able to work. This one is 1. So I'm going to select and bring this to the right place as well. Here it is. This one will get pulled in here. I don't think I need that. That's too small. No, I'll put it back because of the curve and delete that and bring this one here. I'm just trying to match the shape of the road. without adding unnecessary nodes. I can drag this one to this location. The shape still matches, and I'll leave the second one over here. I need to drag this here. So I have aligned the roads to the correct location as they are. And click Save. If you just want to give this location, you can actually select the node and select it and send it to your state manager or your mentor to correct it for you when things are locked above your level. I'll do the rest later, but you've got a rough idea on how to improve certain roads and make them more accurate, because now I'm going along the green line, sorry, the green arrows, as you can notice, because that'll help us improve the turn instructions for anyone who's using Waze on these roads. So with that video, we come to the end of how to align roads to the right satellite view or to the tracks as they are by someone who uses Waze. We also covered how to add some paths that are important or good landmarks in a certain area. You can add any information that you get from the street view. We need roads that are parallel to current roads, and we always need petrol pumps. And for any road network that you build, you bring it up to the level in case the road is locked to above you, and then send it to your state manager. What would I do here? I would actually zoom out to about 17. I can now select this road and this road because I got two. And if I send this as it is, this zoom level and the location will be sent in the link, whoever I send it to, for editing. Well, I hope that was good information for you to start editing, making a meaningful contribution, improving the area where you drive, so everyone else who drives through that benefits. And as you gain experience, I will cover more videos and you can follow the others on what to do when you're a level 2 or a level 3 editor. So till then, good luck, be responsible, and enjoy editing.